Okay, start. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this interview called The Entrepreneur Speaks. Now, we have gone through this 1 month of a circuit breaker, and it has turned many businesses upside down. So, in this interview, we'd like to find out from two entrepreneurs that are here with us, Mark and Stephen, what has happened to them, their business. Is there any changes? And then maybe they have some suggestion that we can learn from them. So we hope that things are going well for them. And then now what we're going to get is we're going to get both of them to talk about some changes that they're going through for their business. And let's hear from them. We'll start off by with Mark. Mark, maybe let us know what you are offering, the services that you're offering for your business, and how it has affected you with this circuit breaker thing.
Hello, this is Mark Barnabas. I run a company called Hotspot Explorer. We have been an events company for many years. We helped organize corporate events as well as incentive trips overseas as well. So with this COVID-19, a lot of our programs have stopped. In fact, the restaurant and venue that we run at Sentosa has also stopped running. So I could say our business with regards to events management has come to a total standstill. In fact, in the month of June, July, and August, we were planning to have groups from China and Europe come to Singapore for exchange and adventure trips. But of course, that can't be done anymore. So what has happened over to our business was that over the year in 2019, I myself have been taking courses to upgrade myself, to look at other business models. And I guess this COVID-19 has kind of accelerated this transformation. So because of my past experience in the industry of travel and adventure, I'm fairly familiar with risk, and I've also handled quite a fair bit of personal data. So I myself have evolved to run a business and advisory on personal data protection and enterprise risk management. So I have really almost evolved, and this COVID-19 was the catalyst to actually make this change go really fast. But my heart goes out to the employees that I work with, or the companies that I work with, because some of them have not been able to pick up new skills during the previous year, and some of my suppliers are facing huge challenges. So I really wish them the best and hope that they can pull through this tough time. But I would say, for me, I am a bit blessed that I still have work to do now during this time of COVID, and there's certainly some upside even after COVID-19, because with the new skill and expertise that I've developed over the past 1 year, we know that cybersecurity and data protection will be something that is very new and upcoming. So my advice to a lot of businesses and business owners out there, or even professionals, to develop new skills that are future-looking, or rather future-ready skills that are well needed in the new economy. And when I say new economy, I'm referring to the economy of artificial intelligence and AI. It is a revolution that cannot be stopped. And if we stick to some of the old school skills that we have that could well be replaced by machines and artificial intelligence, then we are, going to invite some trouble for ourselves. So my advice to a lot of businesses is not just to survive through COVID-19 and what's happening during this couple of months, but look ahead 6 months down and 1 year down. Of course, I know a lot of naysayers say, I'm fortunate. Yes, I am fortunate. I'm blessed. But yet, going through these few months may not mean the same. I mean, going through these few months is one thing, but what's going to happen thereafter? As we work towards survival, I think we should also spend some time thinking about what's beyond COVID-19. What is going to happen to the business and business activities beyond? So that's my sharing of services and skills that machines can't take over, things that require evaluation, judgment, maybe even ethical judgment and care and service lines. So I believe these are some things that business owners and even professionals can look into. So that's what I have to say about my business. And I wish all businesses the best. And let's pull through this together. Audrey, back to you.
Thank you, Mark. Now let's turn to Stephen runs a training center. Maybe Stephen, you can tell me something about what has happened to you. What have you been doing differently, maybe in this CD period? Yeah.
Okay. First of all, thanks to Audrey for inviting me to this talk show on Entrepreneur Speaks. I'm Stephen, okay, MD of Powerlift Ringlet. We run a training company focusing on innovation and entrepreneurship. During this COVID-19 period, I'm glad that a lot of us are starting to be more comfortable with online training. What happened to my business is we have to go onto online training as well. Now, from a face-to-face classroom training, okay, we are accelerated by the COVID-19 situation to move into online training. I think to us, is an accelerator, but I think it's for the long-term good for the training company. Why I say so? Because as the world become more digitally advanced, more and more people will move on to the online space to learn whatever they can. And I think from a company perspective, we are glad that this COVID-19 have helped everybody to get very comfortable with learning online. And like what Mark have said, this is an opportunity for us to revisit some of our business model, especially for the fellow business owner, revisit our business model, okay, look into how can we digitally transform our business to not just market or sell our product and services offline, but also right now moving online. So we need to actually embrace online marketing, online training, online communication, online task management. All these things in fact are the good for all of us in the business world. Now, of course, some of you who might say that, hey, Stephen, okay, not every business can go into an online presence. Now, while having said that, I do believe that if we change our mindset and our perception, a lot of our operation can turn into online, even though the business may be primarily offline. But your marketing, your operation, your communication, your training, this can be converted onto an online platform whereby you can also help to improve your business activity, business operation, okay, from this angle. So not just look from the operation angle or the marketing angle. Maybe some of your training can be done from the online platform to maybe people out of Singapore or even globally. So think about that as a positive change due to COVID. Of course, this takes some time for rethinking. So I urge all of us, especially as business owner, to really take our time at this junction whereby everything start to slow down, revisit our business model, do a company restructuring, and eventually I do believe that if we think hard enough, we can convert a lot of our business operation into the online space and eventually make ourselves much stronger when maybe the next COVID 2020 or 2021 comes about. Okay, which of course I don't like to actually expect that. Yeah. Back to you, Audrey.
Yeah, it looks like both of you are doing something about your business. I hear this pivoting of your business model, and like both of you have learned something new, you know. And I both of you are in the training space. So now coming back to this, going online to teach, how are your students taking it? Do you think many of your students are able to accept this, that they don't see their trainers face to face? Mark, what do you think?
Well, I guess there is really a variety. There are those that are fine with it. They're one that means not just fine, but really very happy about it. And there are some that face several challenges. In fact, I had to close a class because when we assessed the learners, we felt that they were really not able to come online for this particular course, because in this particular course that I was doing, they had to submit a long essay, and if they're not savvy enough, they will certainly have challenges, and we just couldn't run the class. But I have another group of learners who totally enjoyed it. They were, I could see, they had a table beside them with coffee and tea, and very relaxed, and they totally loved it. And some people say, oh, it's probably a millennial. I don't think so. It really depends on the individual, really. And even for me as a trainer, I realized that teaching online and teaching physically in class is very different. As an online trainer, I realized that I got to be very savvy with not just one device, but in fact, I have 3 devices actually functioning at a time. And I have my iPad on, I have my laptop on, I got an extra monitor, and my mobile is on standby. And it's so important to be very flexible. And for me, it was something new. I guess it just took me a bit of time to get used to it. And I believe that with some effort and time, it will get used to it. Yet I still believe that there are certain types of training that cannot be done online. So it really depends on the type of content and the type of materials or skill that's required. So online training for me, it's fine. I love it. My students, like I said, the variety is there. So it's just going to take some time. But it will be a new thing of the future, like what Steve has mentioned. So
Yes.
back to you, Audrey.
How about Stephen? How are your students taking it for what you are teaching them? Are they able to accept it, or are you going to lose some students?
Okay. Well, I think online training and online learning can be something very new to both the trainers and the learners. Okay, especially of a senior age group. Okay, for the senior trainers, it's all about getting used to a new set of technology, a new set of skill sets, okay, to put your training online, okay, and to manage, like what Mark said, manage a number of equipments while you conduct your program. For the older learners, it can be some challenge initially to get used to just looking at the screen for 1 hour, 2 hour, even the whole entire day looking at the screen. Okay, it can be a challenge, and of course, it takes a while for everybody to get used to this online learning and online training. But generally, most of us by this point of time got a little bit more comfortable with engaging our learners online. Now, of course, it is still a new learning experience. So we are still improving along the way to make sure that over a long stretch of time, we're able to engage the attention much more effectively and more efficiently from an online perspective. Because especially on an online, you can only see the person from the screen, from a little small screen, especially if you have a big class. Everybody is only a very, very small screen, a part of a screen on your laptop or even on your desktop. It can be a challenge to the learner, especially if they are not very used to the technology of how to do how to pose a question, how to raise hand. Okay, sometimes because of the large size, even you raise your hand and the trainer may not able to see you, especially when if you're in a different mode of presentation, whereby you can only see the next 8 student or the next 16 student in another setup, which you basically miss the learners raising hand. So it takes a while for everybody to get comfortable with this, but eventually everybody will get comfortable with this. This is the trend, and this is going to be part and parcel of training and learning moving forward past COVID. Yeah, over to you.
Yes. Yes, I agree with both of you that most people will need to learn a new skill set, and how to handle a device is one of a new skill set for some people. But
advisors.
yes, Steven, correct. I think moving past this COVID-19, a lot of training will be happening online, and I'm sure some of our trainers, or even both of you, have been training people who are from overseas, and they're not possible to fly into Singapore. So yeah, totally agree with that. And I think it's very good advice for some of our listeners here that both of you have actually done something new for your business. Yeah, so, and I like the part where Stephen talking about how that many businesses need to go online or digital. In fact, I think this is, in this period, it would be even is a good time for businesses to actually do a lot more online marketing, so that post-COVID, they can retain their customers or even get a new set of customers. Yeah, so okay, we have come to the end of the interview. I think our listeners and myself definitely have learned a lot from both of you as trainерpreneurs. So we'll look forward to the next interview with another set of entrepreneurs. So everybody stay tuned. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey.
Both
Thank you,
of
everyone.
you, Stephen and Mark. Bye.
Okay.